Old shoe molds plus the ultimate weapon of choice, scrap metal. Yan ang mga materyales na gamit ni Mr. Pete Jimenez, isang eskultor, sa kanyang exhibit na pinamagatang If the Shoe Fits.
Meet Mr. Pete Jimenez, sculptor extraordinaire. Already invited to showcase his talents at Alliance Française du Mani a year before, this second exhibition was inspired by old shoe molds and his weapon of choice, scrap metal.
Yung friend ko, yung noted art critic si Sid Reyes, we were having a short talk. Sabi niya, Pete, do you intend to have a show this year? Sabi niya sa akin. Sabi, yes, I'm actually preparing for a show about feet and shoes. So sabi niya, oh, baka pwedeng ano yan pwedeng title niya, If the Shoe Fits. So from there, I was able to pick up the idea. And of course, I asked permission from him if I can use that, yung line na yun. And he said, okay.
With more than 6 months of preparation, this exhibition is totally different since his theme is about feet and shoes. He was confined to making sculptures with human elements.
Hindi naman ganun kalalim dapat ang art The objects that I was able to come up with is basically a commentary of the contemporary world of what's happening now. So maybe yung mga ibang pieces ko dito, they look like cartoon characters, di ba?
As part of the creative process for this body of works, he has likened himself to a director, coming up with whimsical and albeit witty titles that ensures to will recall.
It's one of the powerful pieces I was able to come up with. Ang title niya, Bell Bottom Blues. It is made of World War II steel matting. Rectangular yan pero I had to cut it into pieces. Tapos form it into, para siyang skinny jeans Meron pang mga buttons Yung forma niya, yung stance niya is basically a parang footwork ni Elvis Taxi driver is basically entitled as such because, it has a human form. The top most part of the piece, it has a taximeter. Actually, operational pa yan Mad Scientist is basically a combination of motorcycle gas tank and then mga cambio o mga gears. One of my favorite pieces is the one entitled Guest Speaker. Again, it's made up of motorcycle gas tank and then a manual water pump, yung pambomba sa probinsya. This piece is entitled She Sells Seashells by the Seashore. Well, it's made up of cut up LPG tank. Yung mga shells niya nakita ko dun sa bahay namin, nakakalat lang, so I had to incorporate the shells. Collection ng misis ko yung shells kaya She Sells Seashells by the Seashore. Yakapsul, 2 words yan di ba? Yakap and capsule. So kasi it's made of a cylindrical metal object. And then meron siyang arms na nakaikot na ganun.
Always on the lookout for materials that are often thought of as junk, Mr. Pete Jimenez has an eye for transforming trash into art, giving the viewers an added dimension in seeing everyday objects as amusingly extraordinary sculptures. Though some of his works may be massive and some light enough to carry or move around, Mr. Pete Jimenez's message is simple.
The bottom line of the body of works that I would like to believe that when I was doing all these things, these pieces, I was having fun. If you would notice, pati yung mga title niya, medyo witty, medyo may humor. I was just enjoying the creative process. I was just enjoying, putting the different objects together. Kasi I don't do sketches On the spot yun. So as I see the work na nanonood, nakakalat sa studio ko, isa-isa, binibuild up ko. Part of the creative process is to magically come up with an object or a piece that did not exist or wala sa isip ko. It excites me, and yun. Again, bottom line is doing all these pieces, I was just having fun.
Funny, witty commentaries of everyday life fashioned out of steel and old discarded shoe molds. Who would have thought that you would have to take a look at old pieces of wood juxtaposed with scrap metal and try if the shoe fits?